warrior closest to you, choose the colour of their tunic maybe, or their leggings, and give them a cheer. Come on, Green, you can do it. Come on, Brown, have at him. And the first warriors are already down. Possibly the armoured warriors having a little bit of an advantage. They've got better protection, but they are also more weighed down with the weight of their mail hauberks. And on the grisly conditions of an 11th century battlefield, a wounded foeman can be finished off with a slice or stab of a weapon like this. But this is very much the backup weapon and the tool that everyone would use. You'd use it, as I said, for skinning your rabbit. You'd probably use it for cutting up your food as well. Hopefully you wash it in between, but maybe not. The most common kind of sax or sax we see here is probably known as the broken back sax, which has a slightly flared end and probably just a single cutting edge, because it is a tool, primarily not a weapon. And now we get a bit more noise on the battlefield. You hear the sound of steel thunking and biting into the wooden shield. If it can chop firewood and kindling, well, maybe it can turn a shield into kindling as well with enough lusty blows. And normally it would take just one hit with an axe to finish off a foeman. If that hits you in the head, it's going to split your skull in two. If it strikes you on the arm, even if it doesn't cut the arm off, it will certainly shatter the bone and stop you using that arm. A big arm swing, there's a lot of power in that axe head when it's delivered into an enemy warrior. And notice that some of these bearded axes have a hooked end. You can use that hooked end to yank the top of a shield out of the way to leave a foeman defenceless. We've got axe lock in the centre. Aha! And our axemen have actually dropped their axes in the centre and resorted to their backup weapons, it seems. Now there's only half a dozen left. Mad axemen making short work of their opponents. So, spearmen, lay on. Now there's a little bit more skill and finesse here. You can even use the spear two-handed. Scorn the shield, throw it to one side, and use two hands to get more power with your stabs. You can block a blow using it like a quarterstaff. And you're unlikely to penetrate a wooden shield with the stab from a spear. You do need to find the soft, squishy bits to be your target. The face, the throat, the belly if it's unarmoured. And again, with the reach of a spear, it's easy to try and pick your target area. If the feet are unprotected, stab down. And you might be able to stop your opponent running away. They can be thrown if they're light, but on the whole, they are kept in one or two hands. It's also a good place to hang a pennon from, particularly if you're a sergeant at arms or the leader of a block of infantry, so all your men can see where you are and know where to form on you if they're dispersed in battle and need to reform. So we're down to the last three pairings, I think. There's grunting, there's heaving. We are down to the last 5, 6, I can't count. 3 pairings left. Left, right and centre. Everyone should be able to see somebody. Pick the colour of the shield or the colour of the tunic and cheer out for your chosen champion. Come on, blue. Come on, green. Come on, kind of dirty grey brown. There's a battle royale closest to me here. Red legs. Oh yes, he's forcing him down the hill, that's right, they're trading blows. Neither can find... Whoa, he's thrown his spear. He's drawing his sword, we haven't even got to swords yet. But it was to no avail. The swordsman has been skewered. Now, the swords of this era often have a very broad blade tapering to a wickedly sharp point. It's double-edged, so either side, either edge of the sword will be a cutting or slashing edge. And of course, you can lunge or thrust, and you're more likely to penetrate a mail shirt with a good thrust from a pointed sword than you are with a cut. And again, the ring of steel upon steel and the thunk of steel upon wooden shield is what typifies these sword fights. Now, the sword is balanced by the weight of the heavy pommel at the very end of the handle of the sword. Brazil nuts in metal are the most common shape you find in pommels, but again, different varieties depending on whether you are Norman, Saxon, or from further afield.
He's missed all of it. He's missed the horses which he came for.
About half of our swordsmen, I think. And possibly it is the armoured knights that have the advantage here. Those wearing mail coats, mail hauberks. And again, they come in a variety of shapes and sizes. Some are short-sleeved, some are long-sleeved. Some have long skirts to cover the upper legs, some are only waist length. Very expensive things, a lot of metal in a mail shirt. Once again, pick the colour of the tunic, pick the colour.